So, do we put a fork in Kliff Kingsbury? It's been a strange week. There were conflicting reports. Finally, Michael Bidwell has spoken. Disappointing for everybody. We have high expectations. We need to play better. We had a lot of great success in 2021. I don't want to take away from that, but we can get better, and that's what we're working on now. I've had lots of internal discussions that I think have been productive and will improve the team. So it sounds like Kliff Kingsbury's not gone.
Doesn't seem like it.
If he was going to get fired, he'd be gone by now. You can't take 8 days to ponder the future of your coach unless you're Jerry Jones and you're looking to get the two in the bush before you let go of the bird in the hand. I don't think Michael Bidwell would do that. He would just fire Kliff Kingsbury. Interesting angle, though, Chris, that I got to be careful how I couch this, but they have to be careful what they do with Kliff Kingsbury because his agent also represents Kyler Murray. And there's a chance if they would have fired Kliff Kingsbury, they would have had a big freaking problem with Kyler Murray. Big problem with Kyler Murray. And that's part of the game. And there are plenty of agents that represent coaches in general and players and general managers, and sometimes it lines up in a way that agent's got some leverage because he pulls the strings and presses the buttons of your franchise quarterback. You better be careful how you handle the head coach who's represented by the same guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we feel it feels like they're tied at the hip to a degree. It has from the get-go. I mean, again, this is Kliff Kingsbury coming from college. He recruited Kyler Murray coming out of high school. You know, we were one of the first to talk to Kliff Kingsbury when he became the head coach of the Cardinals, and one of the first things he talked about. And I could tell that they were taking Kyler Murray. I remember having a conversation with him at the Combine. I knew it by the look in his eye. He literally was like, he's a freak, isn't he? And his eyes got real big like it was the greatest thing he had ever seen. So, yes, there's history there. I would think Kyler Murray, of course, likes playing for Kliff Kingsbury. That's a guy he knows. He knows him personally. He understands his offense. So that's where it's a little delicate. I am glad they're staying with Kliff Kingsbury. I am happy about it. I understand them assessing the situation. I think that was totally, respectable or what you have to do. I mean, how can you not? You got an offensive coach where we've seen the offense fall apart at the end of the last 2 seasons and not look the way it should with the amount of talent they have. And, of course, they ended up in losing a lot of football games, 5 out of the last 7. I mean, definitely one of the worst, meltdowns towards the second half of the season in all of football when you talk about teams and everything that was to do with that. I get that, but I still think there was enough good to where you stay the course. And you do give them another year and see if we can improve on that. I think you do have to take into consideration they're our young team, and they are in the toughest division of football. That's for sure. And at least they have become relevant here and in the playoff conversation and got to the playoffs this year. So there is, I think, still more positives than negatives when you assess the situation.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.